Hey guys, this week let's talk about the shoulder a little bit. A lot of times when people are dealing with shoulder pain when reaching overhead, it can be related to their scapula and their scapula not moving quite right. Okay, so the scapula is your shoulder blade. It kind of swings out like this whenever you raise your arm overhead, and you need that to happen. In fact, it's responsible for about 1/3 of your motion when you're reaching overhead. So sometimes we see some restrictions, some weakness. We see some winging. That can be a really big sign when that shoulder blade starts kind of sticking out more than it should. Those are signs that we need to strengthen and get that thing moving better. Okay, so the first thing we want to look at relating to the shoulder blade would be pec minor. So if the pec minor is tight, it's going to drag that shoulder forward and it's going to restrict our motion. So let's do some things to release that pec minor. I'll show you on this one. So if you take a ball, just stick that right under your collarbone, kind of that upper chest area. We can do a little soft tissue work. We can roll around a little bit, and then we can start moving the shoulder around. Okay, just pushing into that ball, pushing into that soft tissue, and getting some motion in the shoulder. Okay, so a little soft tissue release with the pec minor. I would do that for about 1 to 2 minutes. And then we need to follow that up with a pec minor stretch. So for the pec minor stretch, we're going to find a corner. We're going to place our hands on the wall, and those hands need to be lower than the shoulder. And we're just going to lean in, stretching the upper chest. Make sure we keep our eyes up. Don't be looking down. We're just going to lean in here. Hold for somewhere between 20 and 30 seconds, and we'll do that 3 times. Okay? So that'll complete our release of that pec minor. Help to loosen some of that tissue up, get it stretched out, to free it up so that the rest of this whole unit can move. The next thing we want to do is strengthen a muscle called the Serratus Anterior. And what that does, it links up to the underside of the shoulder blade and wraps around the rib cage. And it has a really important role in getting that scapula to come around and reach over, for you to reach overhead. So grab a foam roller. We're going to put pressure into the foam roller, and we're going to raise up. Okay, come up to the top, reach really high, come back down. Another important thing to look at here is to make sure our forearms stay parallel. Don't let our elbows sneak out to the side. But let's do 10 of these. Okay, I usually like to give people a couple sets of 10 to work on. And we just want to drill that. Just get our body used to using those serratus anterior muscles. Okay, so 10 reps, 20 reps, just get a good feel for that, all right? Another great exercise to work that serratus muscle is an exercise I just call Serratus Hugs. Okay, so grab a band here from around the back, and we're just gonna reach out like you're hugging around a big tree trunk, okay? Push those shoulders forward and come all the way around. Really try to reach and get your shoulder blades to move forward, okay? Reaching out. Focus on shoving the shoulders forward, okay? Again, try 10, 20 reps of that, and then we'll move on to our next one. So the third area we want to look at whenever we've got a scapula that's acting wacky is the mid and lower trap, okay? Upper trap's up here, typically overdeveloped, overutilized. We know how to use that one pretty well, but the middle and the lower tend to be weak. And so if we want to strengthen that, we're going to do band pulls. We go palms up here, and we pull straight out, okay? Now what I want to make sure is I'm not shrugging up, so I don't want to engage those upper traps, okay? Don't need to work those. But what I want to do is sink my shoulder blades down and back. So if I had back pockets, I'd want to put this shoulder blade in my opposite back pocket. Same for the other side. So I'm pinching down and back, and then pulling straight out. Again, slow and controlled. Hold that shoulder blade position the whole time. And again, we'll do 2 sets of 10 to 20 on this. Now, as your sets get easier, if you can knock out 10 and there's no problem there, we obviously need to go up, okay, 15, 20, or we need to grab a thicker band. You can grab a thicker band here. Oh, it's a tight one. Okay, and hitting maybe some lower reps with a heavier resistance is a really good training strategy as well. All right, guys, if your scap is a little whack, use those exercises to start getting it to move better and get stronger. And as it starts moving better and you gain strength in there, pain should go away. And then reaching overhead becomes much easier. So give it a shot and let me know if you need any help with those, or if you're looking for progressions after that. I'd be happy to share those with you too.